Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room. And first of all, I want to thank those that comment on my videos, those on Google Plus, on my just subscribers. I'm not very good computer-wise as far as knowing how to answer things back on Google Plus. I just, everything I press, I can't seem to get it to send a message out to thank you. And I had some comments recently, one on my butterfly, Nell and Rosa, and there was somebody else, I don't know if it was Linda, but I want to thank you publicly for leaving comments. It encourages me. And then Linda, I just got one from you today on my distress haul. And thank you so much for taking a picture. And I love the paper pantry. And so I want to just thank you, Linda. That was very encouraging for me. So somebody had emailed me and asked me if I would do more Copic videos. And I feel a little bit intimidated because I'm not certified. But in another sense, I love to color. I love to color with any medium, whether it be pencils or inks or paints, whatever. But Copics are my love. I love Copics. And so I find it's like, you know, it's like piano. I took lessons late in life, and you really go there thinking, I just want to play the piano. I don't want this big thick book and do theory. I just want to sit and be able to play scales and then know how to take a hymn book and play beautiful hymns. But it doesn't work that way. It's work. And Copics are fun work, I call it. So if you want to just experiment and use colors you don't even think would mix together, take a page. This is what I do. And this is my Copic video. I'm going to show you. I put this up like this because I haven't taken my markers out of my case. I travel now. When I'm flying or whatever, these are going with me. I took them to my son's, and it works out perfect. And so what I do is I have my Copic bag, and let me just get this back on here, and I take bags of practice sheets. Now, when I was coming home in the limo from the airport, guess what I was doing? Coloring right in the back seat there. And these, I was experimenting with the pinks on flowers, and I have these all pre-stamped. Trying to find some other ones here that I did. I took these. I wanted to see the violets and what colors work best as out, you know, doing background for shading. And this is yellow and teal I did on the back of this flower. I don't know if you can see that close, the yellow. But just experimenting with little cards like this when you're, you know, sitting at a doctor's office, or you're at a shower and you're bored to death, get your Copics out. Just kidding. Oh, I tell you. So anyway, you know what I'm saying. We're all grown-ups here. We know what we're saying. So I just do, look at all of them. I have tons, even blank ones, so that I can scribble and before I put it on the card. And then, oh, there's my, I was looking for my cut up papers there. There they are. I need that today. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's my advice. Just, I keep them in little baggies, and then I just grab one when I'm going somewhere so that I can practice. All right, we got that out of the way. Little tidbit of info. So I took out from my haul my little distresser, and I love it. You can see I used it. Where is my camera? Whoa, I'm gonna have to put this down. I just had it up so that I could show you. There we go. Tilt it down so we can work together. It takes these double A's in there. It was at Tuesday afternoon for $6.99. It's called De-Stress. And if that's all we had to do to distress is turn this on, wouldn't that be great? It's regular $15.99 for $6.99, so I thought that was awesome. So I took it out, put my 2 batteries in there. AAs, yes, that's what they are. I put some Duracells in there, because I want them to last a little bit. Then I took my sheet of paper. Where's my sheet? I'll use this one because this one I was cutting out, I was masking. Then you turn it on. There it goes. And you know what's really funny is I've been in dentistry and orthodontics forever, and I make retainers for our patients after their work is finished, and if they need a sports retainer or just their retainer they need to wear at night. So I'm used to using this machine, not this one, but you know, a professional one, in smoothing down the retainers. So this was awesome. I thought, look at that. I'm almost using the same thing. And it works. $8. Look at this. We put it on. Now, all across. You can stand the noise, but look at that distress. And then you can go into it. If you want to deepen it, pull it down. Isn't that awesome? Look it. There we go. I have distressed that. I'm sure there's all kinds of other things. And it's just on that. I just love it. Look at that. So I'll be using this. And it comes with those 3 little other tools, which I don't know whether you'd use maybe when you do flowers. But the one thing I suggest if you buy this will be hot from going around. So take something to take it out. Wipe it down. You want it to be clean, and then take it out and then put your lid on. Don't put your lid on till these come out, or else you're going to bend this piece of metal. And I almost did it. That's why I'm telling you. There. So, and then put it where you know where it's going to be. That's a good one. So I'm going to put it over there, and that was a bonus. If anybody's looking for a distressor, I got it at Tuesday afternoon. Who's it made by the way? Imagine Us. And it's number 1463654. And it was $6.99, so that's awesome. Now let's get down to our Copics. I'm going to show you, there's going to be a couple of videos here. With larger images, sometimes you know, you look at it and you think like this one here. This is 7 inches long. You need a 7 by 8 inch card to put this on, because obviously it is long. So let me just see. You are working with 8 inches, excuse me, and on the wide part of the dress, you're looking at almost, well, 5.5 inches, so 6 inches. So there's a lot of skirt here. This isn't so intimidating on the top, but you've got this long skirt. So I'm going to give you a few ideas that I like to do when I am coloring large images like this, or large flowers, whatever. Especially dresses I like. Now you can use the Ranger Archival ink. This is nice, and I'll show you why. These are just some ideas that I use on large images. And this is a well-loved stamp. I like it because on the back you have a stamp pad. You can tell it's been loved. And it's jet black, and it's large, obviously. So what I do is I take the dress like this, and I just start pressing on there. You can rub it, whatever. It's a thick, it has a nice deep impression on the back of it. I prefer this than bringing the ink pad. Like, you can use your Memento ink pad to the image, but I like this. And then turn it around and you're all inked up. Okay, and I use 120 pound CC Designs paper, which I got out and don't know where I placed it. Of course, that did I use it on something? I took a few things out. I got everything cleaned up from my haul and organized and put away, and then I go to do a video and you're making another mess. It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to grab another piece of paper because it will take longer time to look for something than to just grab another piece. Okay, there we go. And let's stamp that. I'm going to try and get 3 images on here for you because I have 3 ideas. Okay? I have this here because these are my ideas. Sitting there. I have a piece of paper towel sitting on my left side, a baby wipe sitting out on my left side, my memento sitting over here, and then I cut out of my post-it notes a mask. So I have the bottom half that I cut out, cut 2 of them out actually. I have, this is the mask out of the post-it note of the girl. This is out of CC Designs. That's where my cardstock must have went. This is the dress because I'm going to emboss it. Okay, so I just did this with the cardstock. And I got a little mess with my hands on it, but I'm not going to use it. So that's okay. Now, let's huff on this. Activate that heat. And let's see if we can get her down here. The one thing with larger images is not doubling up on the pressing down like that. It doesn't shift. Then I go like this. I grab the head and lift her up. Not bad for sitting around there. So we have this one. Then I'll show you by taking the memento and rubbing it. This is how I do. I rub the stamp instead of patting it. You can do either. Oh, see, I just made a mess. I like rubbing a large stamp. So, let's see. I'll put this one over here. Kind of place it and drop it. Give it a little minute. Like this. Grab the top. Then lift. Not bad. 2 images. And then grab your paper towel. I'm sorry, your baby wipe. And clean it up. I just took I have a little bowl that I keep up here for my painting. And I just took it downstairs to wash it up. I would set this right in there in the nice warm soapy water and lift it out. Be much quicker, but this is good. I'm not as fussy as I used to be on cleaning my stamps. Oh my, I used to be really fussy. But now I'm learning to relax. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have that all nice, and we'll put it over here so I can put it back in the case. And, well, let's just put it in the case. I like these Julie netting. I like that she's making the small ones now. I held back and didn't buy them when I was out shopping. And they're very reasonably priced. This one was $10 US. That's not bad. Okay, oh, look what I just did. How did I do that? Okay, so I guess we'll work on, boy, can you make a mess or what? And I just cleaned that. I can't stare at that. That's one thing I can't do. So, hey, this is in real time. This is what happens. So let's take my cutter and I'll use the back of this on something else and we'll work on this. Would have been nice to have 2, but that's okay. Time is running out. So I'm going to give you some ideas with Copics. Some of my ideas. which probably everybody else has used. One idea is to take your, stamp your stamp out, and you can always grab a, let me just see, let me grab a pigment liner. This is too thick. Let me see if I have an 03. This is an 03 Copic liner, and I don't want to, but you can just draw this in like this, you know? Just grab those lines that, like that. There we go. It doesn't, if you're doing it this way, this part doesn't have to be perfect. There we are. And then cut out on another sheet of paper your skirt after you stamped it, and then grab a nice image that you like with an embossing folder. I thought this was nice with the Cuttlebug folder. Lattice folder would be nice to give it some texture. This is just for texture, okay? And then I don't want the bottom part here to have the texture. Just, well, let me see. How much can I get in here? I think if I don't do the bottom, and I just do the top like this, it's going to be perfect. Perfect. Just, you can see it, so you can maneuver it around. Let's move it down this way a bit more. Okay, like that. And let's run this through our die cutting machine. Did I have the lid here? Yes, I did. And we'll show you how that looks. I have the multi-purpose folder on the die cutting, or I'm sorry, on the embossing. So I folded one flat back. Okay. So then you take this off. You put that away. And I'm just going to put them together so I don't lose it. And then when you color that, look at the beautiful texture you have on the skirt of your dress. So what you can do with this, what I was thinking here is, let's grab a sheet of paper. Just take a scrap. Actually, this isn't a scrap. That's a really nice pattern. But it's 12 by 12 and it was in reach, and I'll still use it even though I have that paper there. Okay, so this is one idea. Then you can take your Copic air gun. Now I have my compressor sitting down there, but I haven't used it since it was just new before I left on holidays. So I have to make sure I have it hooked up properly down there. So I just grabbed my 180 Copic little can, the bigger can here, and I put it together. So you just run your hose from your actual air all the way down to your adapter, and this screws onto the adapter. And let's try some colors here. Do you want to go with some pinks? Okay, Carol, we'll do an R21. That's nice. You're using the chisel end, right? And just snap it in there. Test it. Let some air pressure out. Has a nozzle on the top as to how much pressure comes out. Sometimes you have to adjust it. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so let's go with the lines on this. Now this is the R21. Lightning this down here. This is just an undercoat. Lovely color, isn't it? Really pretty. Kind of make some circles on the bottom. Really pretty. I'm going to darken the bottom up just a bit. I'm going to make there. I'm going to add other colors, but I want that to be deep on the bottom. And what's really nice is take your baby wipe here. Now, what you can do if you like is take your folder, open it up, and put some Versamark in there. Then close it up and emboss it with your Versamark on the raised area of your embossing folder. So put your Versamark on this raised part, close it, run it through, then put clear embossing powder on it and heat set it so that when you put your color on here, you just take your wipe and you can remove the bits, you can remove the color off of the raised area so that it's clear white. It'll be white. So you can do that, okay? And I should get some examples out that I've done. It looks really nice. So this is an idea I have done here with my Copic. So that's the first layer. Isn't that gorgeous? My light doesn't do it justice, but I hope you get that there. Now let's take this out and we'll go into, that was R21. Let's darken it up with an R43. Let's jump right up there. Oop. Let's see what this looks like. I like to experiment. Okay, so practice on your sheet. Now I just want to do the pattern. And the bird. There we go. Just go around the pattern. If your air is not coming out as fast as you want, adjust the nozzle. There we go. Now I've got the nice pinks on there. There, take that out. And then I'm going to jump to another color altogether different. Oh yes. Let's look at that. You can see it with the two tones there. Now let's give it some real texture. We can add, let me take this off so I can see my colors here. I'm going to do a V17. Well, I'm so used to coloring with them that I don't take the chisel tip off. Slide it in. And when you slide it in, you can look at it and see that it is square. That one is. It just happened. There you go. Test it. And let's come down those black lines. Let's just... Okay. There we go. If you want it really dark and visible, come closer to the object that you're doing. Okay? Maybe a little bit on here. Now, then what I do after I'm satisfied and I like that color, go to your, just turning that off, go to your paper pads and let's get our image. Let's bring our image back here. So now we have the image. Isn't that beautiful? And on the next video, I am going to show you how to get images, transfer images onto your large image, and we'll color it with the Copics. But for now, we're going to raise this dress up like that. Absolutely stunning. Now, if you like, you can take, let's take a V99, and see how it has the birds? You can come in and actually give them some color definition like that, and so that you can see. Or you can take the pinks, but I don't have much time on there, but that will really stand out. And you're sticking with the violet family, or you can stick with the reds or whatever. Let me just show you that quickly. Let's raise that up. So you're gonna raise this with dimensionals on to her dress. And what I would do too is I would grab some lace and I would add lace around the edges. Would look stunning. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Now, let's take a paper pack. Let's take one that just to show you how it would look, how she would look on. Obviously I'm going to need a larger size, but I'm just looking at maybe not that one. Yikes, I have a minute. Let me grab a large paper stack. Where's the one I just got yesterday? This one? It wasn't, but let's see if one of these will look good. Okay, quickly take your image, and you can do this before you start coloring with your Copics. Let's take, oh, that is stunning right there. So you cut out your girl and you look at that. Can you see that on there? Absolutely beautiful. So I wonder if I take away so much, a little bit more of quickly the white. Talk about little scissors, eh? I just want you to see the colors that you can come up with quickly. All right, so let's see, that's nice because it brings out the birds that we colored with the violet. Okay. If I colored these, if you gold embossed the birds on here, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, let's stick with that one at the bottom here. Oh, there's one. Look at that. So there's one way to emboss your dress on larger images. Have a great day.